Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. To throw right away is Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Howell down to throw it. And this is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On the return is Powell. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Madison. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Meanwhile, Cousins for the throw here, caught this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
First down, here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
State product, it's Kanemawangu. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Off the play fake, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. They're This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Let's go. Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Slot man moves right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion right is Addison. To throw is Cousins. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards there, a big one. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Second down, Howell now. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pressure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys already got into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins now. And this one is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Howell throwing on third down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Now Cousins. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at the 34. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they go play action with Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time. There he goes, left side. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 59 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. 3rd and long, here's Howell. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Taking it about the 36. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
Don't kick it to 22. Do not kick it to 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you got a guy with wheels, it can be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A handoff for Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Faking the handoff, Howell. And he will find his man, Samuel. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Howell.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. First down, Howell to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Commanders 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He has his target. It's Addison.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 36.
Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Cousins.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Cousins on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Howell down to throw it. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got it. It's Samuel. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for the Wandu. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They go play action. Cousins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Chandler will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Commanders 14. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Howell.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
49 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Howell.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Howell, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel from 3 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Cousins here going to change the play.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the toss, here's Nwangu.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Cousins. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, but there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And that flag accepted. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drive will start with Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped the pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Howell throwing on third down here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Joseph is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. A good pickup there, 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
18 more yards there and another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Second down, Howell now. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Here we go, first and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll go again with Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
Third down and goal coming up here. Here's Howell. And he's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's first and 10. Here's Cousins. Completes this to Jefferson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 34. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's second and 10. On second down, here's DeWander. And a short gain down to about the 43. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set, and aim downfield.
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. And the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here now, second and goal. Now Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Chandler. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. One last shot now for Cousins. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a one-yard touchdown run. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
teach you how to get paid. How to get